Good morning, students. Today we are going to do some important topics that are left in our chapter 7, aggregate demand, aggregate supply and related concepts. The one among these topics is derivation of S function from C function, means we have to show diagrammatically how the consumption function, from consumption function we can derive this saving function. Clear? We know that both consumption function and saving functions are related to each other because income is equal to consumption plus saving. Clear? So if consumption function is known to us, then we can derive the saving function. We have to show this diagrammatically. Clear? See this is a very important question we are going to do. First of all, we have to make two figures. In the first figure we have to show the consumption, and in the second figure we have to show the saving. On the OY axis in figure 1 there is consumption, and on OX axis in figure 1 there is income or GDP. Clear? Similarly, in the second figure, which is just beneath the first figure, on the OY axis we are representing savings, and on the OX axis we are representing income. Now we have marked income as 0 to 50, 50 to 100 and 100 to 150. On an equal intervals we have marked income like this. Similarly, here we have also marked the consumption 60, 100 or 140. Clear? On an equal intervals. Clear? Now firstly we will draw the consumption function, and then we will derive saving function from this. Clear? Just look at the derivation very carefully because it is a very important question. Clear? First of all, we know that at zero level of income there persists some level of consumption. Clear? So let this level of consumption be 20. Now the autonomous consumption for us is 20, and at zero level the consumption will 20. So our consumption curve will start from 20. Clear? And we know the income curve is a 45-degree line. So we will draw a 45-degree line first, being the income curve. This is our income curve. Clear? It is a 45-degree line. We know that very well. Income curve is a 45-degree line. So we'll draw a 45-degree line as the income curve. Clear? Now the consumption curve will start from 20, and it will be a upward sloping line because we know that consumption curve is a positive sloping line. It's a straight line. Clear? It will increase with the increase in income. Clear? Below a point consumption is more than income, but after a point income is more than consumption, and the point where they intersect is known as break even point. So in this case the break even point is A, which is at the 100 level of income, which is at the 100 level of income. Why it is break even point? Because at this point the income and consumption are same. Here consumption is also 100 and income is also 100. So here this is the break even point where consumption is equal to income. Clear? Now this is the consumption curve. We have to derive the saving curve. Look at here bacha, where the consumption is equal to income. From that point you have to draw a straight line in the second figure. Clear? If you gonna draw a straight line hypothetically which will join the OX axis in the second figure. Clear? So this here point will be 100 because we have drawn just in beneath this curve. So this will be our 100, and similarly here we will draw 50, 100 and 150 presenting income. Clear? So this is the first point that we got for making the consumption line. Clear? Now we know very well that when at zero level of income consumption is 20, then saving will be minus 20. So savings will start from minus y axis. Clear? Why at 0 savings will be minus 20? Because consumption is 20, and we know very well income is equal to consumption plus savings. So if consumption is 20 and income is 0, then 0 minus 20, the savings would become minus 20. Clear? So the savings at 0 level would be start from minus 20. Now we got 2 points, that is the point minus 20 on OY axis, on minus y axis, and a point L where the output is 100. Clear? Here the L output, the output is 100 at point L, because and here is consumption is equal to income. If income is equal to consumption plus saving, then at this point saving will be equals to 0, because here the saving line or the saving curve that we gonna create will touch the x-axis. Clear? Now we will join these 2 points and we will have a straight line curve that is known as saving curve, that is S curve, and we will have our saving curve. Clear? We have to join these 2 points and we'll draw a straight line for that, and then we'll have the saving curve. Clear? In this way we are deriving the saving curve from the consumption curve. See here again. Firstly, we'll draw a 45-degree income line, then a consumption function starting from any point from y-axis. It will intersect y at a point A. From this point of intersection, we draw a hypothetical line which will make a perpendicular in the second figure on OX axis. The perpendicular here meets at point L. Now, at 0 level of income, if consumption is 20, then saving will start from minus 20. Now we have 2 points, this minus 20 and this perpendicular point L. We will join these 2 points and make a straight line curve known as saving curve. Clear? This is the diagrammatic presentation of or diagrammatic derivation of saving curve from the consumption curve. Clear? Now we also have to write its observation or its derivation. See here. First point, S function starts from minus 20 because C function starts from plus 20. It indicates that when income is equal to 0, then our consumption is 20 because the consumption is starting from plus 20. So when income is 0, then consumption is 20. What does that mean? That means saving must be minus 20 because saving is equal to income minus consumption. Clear? Now second point of observation is S is equal to 0 means saving is equal to 0 when Y is equal to 100, because at 100 level of income saving is equal to income, and when consumption is equal to income, and when C is equal to Y, then savings is always equal to 0. Clear? And third point is S function or saving function is a linear function because S line is a straight line moving upward from left to right. Clear? These 3 observations we have to write down in the derivation of saving curve from the consumption curve. Clear? This topic is very important, beta. Please try to understand this topic. Watch the videos again and again so that you can have a very good grasp of this topic. Clear?